Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Valentine's Day to you out there in this wonderful world. It is a beautiful Saturday in the state capital of New Mexico, Santa Fe, and we are hosting our third season of the Santa Fe Gloom. Today's game is going to be an epic game between in-state rivals New Mexico Flagship and your Santa Fe Gloom. Welcome to Season 3 and Game 4 of Santa Fe Gloom Futsal. This is another National Futsal Premier League matchup featuring your Santa Fe Gloom. Santa Fe comes off of a win after playing 3 games this season. They're ranked 3rd in the Southwest Division in the National Futsal Premier League with 1 win and 2 losses. They have a goal differential, 17 goals for themselves and 19 goals against. Hopefully today, Cupid will be showing love for our shooters and our goals, letting them bury the goals today in the net. We want to give a shout out to our major sponsor today. The official game sponsor for today's match is Del Norte Credit Union. Del Norte Credit Union is a member-owned financial cooperative with a mission to improve lives through hometown-driven products, services, and community impact across New Mexico. Del Norte Credit Union is proud to be the official credit union of Santa Fe Gloom for the 2026 season. Del Norte Credit Union is improving lives by supporting our community and helping bring more fun for everyone in northern New Mexico. Thank you, Connie Tucker Nunez, the director of Del Norte Credit Love Initiatives. Some of our further sponsors that we have American Legion Post 12. Thank you to Patricia Finley, Gary Donato, and Camila Quintana. The City of Santa Fe Economic Development. Thank you, Joanna Nelson. Capital Ford of Santa Fe. Thank you, Zach Brandt. The official T-shirt burrito cannon sponsor is Pantry Dose of Santa Fe. Thanks go out to Michael Singley. The athletic trainer Joe Friedrich and Stephanie Olean, professional therapy partners. Official podcast partner is Pit Press Podcast. Thank you, Eric and Jennifer Moulton. The official warm-up jersey sponsor for the year Santa Fe Gloom is the St. Vincent Hospital Foundation. Thank you, Marcus Zubia. And of course, the official Gloom jersey title sponsor is Mercedes-Benz of Santa Fe. Big shout out to Michael Martinez and family. They're huge supporters of soccer in the capital. Please thank these amazing sponsors who keep our games free. So go to one of those, pick up yourself a new Ford or a Mercedes, get yourself a jersey, and show your support today. Your roster for your Santa Fe Gloom. We have Daniel Rentera, jersey 33 out of Kansas City, Missouri. Brian Rivas, number 10 out of Albuquerque. Pedro Torres, who's also our captain, number 2 out of Albuquerque. Andreas Monge, number 8 out of Albuquerque. Jaime Hernandez, number 6 out of Albuquerque. Julian Chile Bustamante is our co-captain. He's number 18 out of Santiago, Chile. Maximo Brito is number 7 out of Albuquerque. Jose Gonzalez is number 14 out of Santa Fe, New Mexico. Preshi Ruiz is number 12 out of Santa Fe. Santiago Duran of number 4 out of Bogota, Colombia. Jorge Morales is number 1 out of Guadalajara, Mexico. Leonardo Pera Ruiz is number 13 out of Venezuela. And Javan Hernandez, number 22 out of Vail, Colorado. Your coaching staff for your Santa Fe Gloom, we have General Manager Sergio Rivas. Yes, the same Sergio that was playing for New Mexico United. Head coach is Patricio Schmidt-Dier Jr. And of course, we're all honored to have the owner, David Huesquez, giving us the exciting Santa Fe Gloom for a 3rd season. And coming out of Albuquerque, your New Mexico Flagship roster is Juan Ruiz, number 1 out of Albuquerque. Carlos Castillo, number 7 out of Albuquerque. Luis Laura, number 10 out of Albuquerque. Axel Esparza, number 11 out of Albuquerque. Jesus Gillian, number 13 out of Venezuela. Luis Gonzalez, number 15 out of Albuquerque. Eduardo Sacido, number 17 out of Albuquerque. Pablo Salto, number 21 out of Albuquerque. And Christopher Santos, number 27 out of Albuquerque. Those new to the game of futsal, There are many variations of soccer, and of course we know that the U.S. is going to be co-sponsoring the World Cup this year, 2026, spread out between many states, and of course Canada and Mexico. But futsal is traditionally a hard court surface with only 5 players on the field for each team, 4 field players, and a goalkeeper. A couple other differences: there's no stoppage time in futsal. When the ball goes out of bounds, the clock stops. When there's a foul, the clock stops. There's open substitutions going on. You don't have a limitation on substitutions like we do have in the professional leagues around the world. Today's national anthem will be performed by Rachel Kelly. Rachel Kelly was born and raised in Santa Fe, has been playing the violin for 24 years. She's a full-time performer in the surrounding areas. Our game today is being hosted by the Genoveva Chavez Center, so come on down. There's still time to come down. The game hasn't kicked off yet. We'll be kicking off here in about 4 minutes. And of course, this game is being announced by none other than David Sidebottom, your local soccer professional expert. Drop a link in my Instagram and you can come see all my exciting soccer things that we have going on in Santa Fe. We're proud that soccer is expanding in the city different, and we're going to bring you multiple variations of this beautiful game. And once again, we hope Cupid is going to award all our players with love by showing them the ball in the back of the net. We're getting ready here to warm up, get the players out on the field. Walking with the Gloom players is Coyotes, coached by Aldo Hernandez. The Lobos FC, coached by Presi Riz, and Inter, coached by Daniel Calagarini. Your Santa Fe Gloom are in our traditional black, with the goalkeepers in the light blue. New Mexico Flagship are playing in their reds, with their goalkeepers in white. The officials today are in yellow. We'll take our heads off for a moment as the national anthem will be performed by Rachel in just a moment. So New Mexico Flagship were slightly ahead in second place ahead of the Gloom with a 2-3 record. Well, the Santa Fe Gloom, as I mentioned, is 1-2. Hopefully we get to change that today. In this bitter rivalry that we have with the New Mexico Flagship, this is going to be an epic series as the Gloom continue season after season. And we are honored. Rachel Kelly will perform the national anthem on the violin. Let's run a huge applause for local Rachel Kelly performing the national anthem on the violin. Futsal is different than traditional indoor soccer, where indoor soccer has walls like a hockey court, where you can use the wall as a sixth man to rebound the ball off and also sometimes check the player against. In futsal, it is exactly like a basketball court, though quite larger, and you have to use the lines as your barriers. If the ball goes over the line, it's out. You don't have an extra player by using the wall. It is a fast-paced game, and we're excited to see this fourth game of this third season. If you're Santa Fe Gloom, please check them out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. It's a high-energy game. As a fan, it's really exciting to come to see. You'll notice that there will be music playing, but the crowds that we get here are louder than the music. What we're excited about today is also, if you have time to get down here still, the halftime show is the second annual baby race, which is sponsored by Santa Fe AM, Megan Montebiliano Gorman, Legion Post 12, All the Pretty Flowers, Holy Bananas Media, Santa Fe Children's Museum, and Gorditas Marino. So come on down and see that. Nothing's more exciting than seeing some babies run across the field, or in this case, the court. Both teams are doing a last-minute encouragement huddles while we get onto the court and ready to start this game. So the court runs east-west, and the New Mexico Flagship will be starting on our left, which is also the western side of the court. And our Santa Fe Gloom will be starting on the eastern side. Starting goalkeeper today will be Daniel Renteria. Brian Rivas out, and a kickoff by New Mexico Flagship. Plays it back. Number 13 receives on the right-hand side. What's really great about futsal is it's like a chess match. Players moving around, trying to pull the defense out. Shot on goal goes wide, and it will be a throw-in by Gloom. That's another difference between traditional soccer and futsal, is balls don't have to start from a goal kick. It could be a roll-in or a throw by the goalkeeper. Gloom has possession, playing out of the back. Brian Rivas plays the ball off. Andreas with the ball, number 8. Takes it to the other side, chips a deep ball long. It looks like it's going to be a keeper ball for the Flagship. Keeper ball number 1. Takes a deep ball throw. Tries to throw off the Gloom by getting it deep. Gloom gets it down. We got possession, shot on goal, blocked. Goes out of bound for a Gloom restart. Quick restart back to Rivas. The field gets set up as a diamond shape. Technically one goalkeeper in the back, one defender technically. We consider 2 mids, and then technically a target or a striker that we play the ball to. Quick restart by Gloom, a shot on goal, and it goes wide. Keeper ball for the Flagship. Rolls it out to number 13. Plays it back to 27, across court. Comes back across number 15. A lot of times you're going to move the ball back and forth to try to get a shot on goal, and a wonderful save by the Gloom. Goes out of bounds for a corner kick. Daniel Ontario with a beautiful outstretched save to protect the goal. So quick restart by Flagship. We're in the corner. Ball gets knocked out of bounds for a kick-in. There are no throw-ins in futsal. They're just kick-ins. Ball's at the top of the key, almost mid-court. 13 goes for a shot, and it goes wide. So Flagship is putting some pressure on the Gloom today. Let's hope that Gloom can reset and get it going. Nice fast ball. Out to Andreas Monge. Ball goes out of bounds for Flagship restart. We have all 4 Gloom players behind the ball as they adjust, scanning, and there's a foul. Tripping from behind. Off of Gloom, so it'll be restart by the Flagship. Number 27 for the Flagship takes a deep, almost run up. Doesn't take a shot on goal, plays it out wide. Number 13, he plays it back to the top of the midcourt. Gloom are playing defensively. Interception by Gloom. A nice little 1-2 pass. Out of bound off of Gloom for Flagship. Gloom with the Flagship with the ball coming down. Plays inside. Oh! An unfortunate, nice first touch by number 15 off of Flagship, right in front of the keeper. Was able to keep control of it, turn, and just pop it into the back of the net. So 0-1, Flagship 1, and your Santa Fe Gloom 0. Restart by Gloom. With a quick substitution. Like I said, substitutions go on pretty quickly in this game. Gloom restart. Oh, nice, real quick ball. Oh, quick turnaround. And unfortunately, keeper blocks it. And we have our first corner kick for the Gloom. Ball goes deep. Keeper gets it. Daniel in his box. Gloom is playing the ball around. Gets intercepted. Ball kicks out. Restart for Gloom. Little chip ball gets intercepted. Gloom responds, get control of the ball. Quick press up the court. Shot on goal wide. It is a restart, keeper restart for the Flagship. Goes a nice overhand throw. Gets intercepted. And we're going to get a trip by 27 on the Flagship. And it'll be a restart for the Gloom. That's Christopher Santos being aggressive. Tackle from behind. It's going to be a restart. We have 2 men in the wall for the Flagship. Flagship keeper is adjusting it. Here we go. And he rips it. Oh, nice shot in the lower left-hand corner. but the Flagship keeper was able to outstretch his left leg and help block it, but it looks like it went off the post. Interception. Can we get a shot? Oh. Looks like Cupid's arrows must be sharpened because we are not finding the back of the net here. It was a quick interception by the Gloom to take a shot on goal. Flagship restart. Bring it out to our left side of the court to number 13. A nice little heel pass. As the players rotate, the Gloom find defensive positioning. Ball goes deep and is going to go out of bounds for a Gloom keeper ball restart. He goes deep midcourt. Up, a little communication error right there as we restart again. Deep long ball, and the keeper lets it go out of bounds for the Flagship. Flagship keeper restart. He goes to his left, number 27. He goes deep into the box, number 13. He was able to make it turn around and face the goal. They restart back to the top of the court. And now Flagship are looking at possession, moving players back and forth, the ball going north and south. Number 13 plays it back to his keeper. Keeper plays it deep, number 15. Gets intercepted by Gloom. And we got a Gloom restart on the touchline deep in Flagship territory. Quick restart, shot on goal. Oh, keeper's lucky on that. Now it's a 2-on-1 break. Shot on goal by 27. Daniel blocks it and gets cleared out for a Flagship restart deep in Gloom territory. We'll see Gloom defensively compacting back in front of their goal for the restart. Ball gets played in, a chip shot, intercepted by Gloom, and it's a corner kick on the other side. We have two new players for the Gloom on the court. Corner kick was quick restart, one touch shot, well above the goal. It will be a Gloom keeper ball. We have about 15 minutes left in the match, and it's still Flagship 1, your Gloom 0. Gloom now has possession deep into Flagship territory. Across, keeper's there, protects it, holds the ball, plays to the top of his box. Flagship, nice amount of passing, while the Gloom reset and try to get behind the ball, set up in a diamond formation. Nice defensive play by Gloom, knocks it out of bounds. We restart by Flagship, quick restart. But the ref is saying it's not in the right spot, so he has him restarted again. Number 13 for Flagship has the ball. We have three players overloading on the south side of the pitch. And the ball goes out of bounds for a restart for the Flagship. Number 13 plays it deep to his goalkeeper. And a nice defensive block to keep the ball by the Gloom in their attacking half. Quick restart. Ball gets played to the keeper who does a chip shot to number 27. Oh, and unfortunately his first touch was not where he wanted it to be, which is great for the Gloom as they counterattack. Just lost the ball possession deep in Flagship territory. Number 13. Flagship has possession, brings it across court. Gloom being patient, trying to get him to play back, intercept the ball. On a diving header to try to intercept the ball was unsuccessful, but the Gloom get possession of the ball. Trying to do a 2. And the ball gets shot on goal, gets saved by the Flagship goalkeeper. Flagship has the ball, go north-south right now. Like I mentioned, this is a fast-paced game. You'll see substituting going on to keep players at the heightened pace so they can get a quick rest and get back onto the court. Ball goes out of bounds for Flagship restart. And we have a foreign object down the court. Have to restart again. Still Flagship ball. They do a quick substitution. You also see that this game is a little bit more physical. Oh, nice shot on goal by Gloom. The keeper is on fire today. He is not allowing Andromeda and her minions to give love to our Gloom today. Ball goes out of bounds on the north side for a Gloom restart. Quick restart, go deep. Flagship goalkeeper is on fire today. We're going to have to get a little tricky or keep the game simple to get past the goalkeeper today. Pressure by Gloom deep in the Flagship territory. Results in a turnover. It'll be a Gloom restart. Shot on goal, and it goes wide. Gloom are asking for a corner kick off the keeper's fingers, and they get the call. It will be a Gloom corner on the northwest corner. Quick restart, and unfortunately, the ball, nice cross, but there was no one there to finish. It is a restart by Flagship in their half. Nice little basic movement of the ball, north-south. And 13 just powered his way, muscled his way past the Gloom. And luckily, great defense, smart defense, shielding the ball, let it go out of bounds for a quick Gloom restart by keeper Daniel Renteria. Gloom is trying to get a little creative, a little chancy with their forward ball. Chemistry not quite there yet. And you know, on Valentine's Day, that's what we need, a lot of chemistry to bring the love. Gloom has the ball, possession, go north-south. Calling a handball, so it'll be a Gloom restart. Plays it back to the keeper. Tries to do a chip shot, unfortunately gets intercepted. Gloom get the ball back. And look like we're going to get a ball out of bounds for a Gloom restart deep in Flagship territory. Chip cross. Gloom restarts from the top of the mid-court. Play toward the center. 1-2, 1-2. Does he have a left foot? It's gone a little too deep and out of bounds. Like I said, this game is a little bit faster. Definitely a lot faster than playing on grass. And it's faster than playing on turf. This court is unforgiving for that ball rolling. Deep ball by Flagship into the Gloom territory. Looks like now we have shot on goal. And nice shot to the lower left-hand corner. But the keeper for Flagship is able to make that save. Nice defensive ricochet, makes it a Gloom restart. Plays it back as we penetrate. Flagship has the ball. Gloom responds. Nice cross pass for Flagship. But Gloom are able to intercept and create it appears to be a corner kick. Quick restart. Just like in hockey, your subs can come on or off at any time. The sub coming on just has to wait for a player to get off. But you do not have to wait for the substitution to occur. You can get the ball live going and try to take advantage of that switching of players. Gloom restart. Now we're seeing the Gloom keeper become more of a field player to create options to throw off the defending Flagship players. And a deep shot, and it goes above the goal. Looks like we're having some issues with one of the players from the Flagship, and he earns himself a yellow card. Number 10. Luis Lorna comes off the court, and that means the Flagship would be playing down. Actually, no, we got the substitution going on. It's not until we get the blue card that we see a player going down. Gloom intercept the ball off of a nice header. Oh, an unfortunate cross, a little behind the player. So it is a Flagship restart, and we have a timeout called by the Flagship. Exciting match, 0-1. Hopefully we'll get some more goals back. We have under 10 minutes left in this first half. Just like every other soccer game, though, we do play in halves. And now we're going to talk about how do we respond, how do we counter without panicking, keeping possession. It's only a deficit of 1 goal. And we need all you in Santa Fe to send love to your Santa Fe Gloom, so we can take that gloom and turn it upside down and make it a smile of love on this Valentine's Day. Hope you're watching us on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. It is an exciting match, and I have full faith that our Gloom will pull this out. And then come on out there, guys. We have 0 likes for the game today. We need to get some likes out there for the game. Show us your love on Valentine's Day. On the YouTube channel, show some more likes, please. Game will restart here, deep in Flagship territory for a Flagship restart. Gloom put a nice press on the ball, and there it is, the back of the net, equalizing the game 1-1. What a nice set of movement off that restart. We intercepted the ball off of the Flagship and punished the Flagship 1-1. That was number 17 bearing it for the Gloom as we have a restart. And we have a foul. Looks like off of Flagship. It's a very physical game. Like I said, this is a rivalry game, north-south. We're going to have this rivalry for years to come, and I encourage you to come out and watch this match. Restart. Deep run in. Looks like he might take a shot, and it is blocked. Ricochet goes out of bounds at midcourt for a Gloom restart. Gloom keeper comes out to add an extra player of attack, and he's left. We take a shot, gets the keeper out of bounds. Deep punt ball by the Flagship keeper, trying to take advantage of the Gloom keeper out of his box, out of his net, and it goes wide. So it is a restart by the Gloom keeper, Daniel, number 33. And looks like there's a whistle. Sometimes we get a little action debris from some of the young kids, fans playing along behind the court, and we have to wait for the debris gets off the court to restart. Deep, nice run south into the Flagship territory. They restart really quickly, take advantage of a counterattack if they can. This game is definitely getting a little bit faster. And it is a Gloom restart deep in Flagship territory. Gloom keeper is coming out to create attacking numbers, spreading out the Flagship defense. Oh, and he's getting under pressure, but he's able to save it, bring it up. It's a 3v1, yes! In the back of the net. A nice low cross from the south side of the court puts your New Mexico Gloom up to Flagship 1. Now there's a quick response. We still have a little over 8 minutes left in this first half. And I'm telling you, it's an exciting game here, ladies and gentlemen. Restart by Flagship as they try to press and counterattack. An unfortunate foul. Midcourt by Gloom on Flagship. Quick restart. Try to take advantage of a Gloom out of position. Gloom repositions themselves. 4 behind the ball in their box. Scanning for attacking. Shot on goal, but a nice sliding block by Gloom player creates a restart. Flagship press at the top, looking to create opportunities. Double team defense as they push the Gloom push Flagship back to restart their attack. Nice pressure on the ball, 1v1. And a shot on goal by number 11. Axel Esparza goes deep and wide for a restart for Gloom. Keeper plays it deep. Nice overhand ball, but it gets intercepted by Flagship. Can they put pressure? And they could, but they could not finish. It is a restart for your Gloom of an errant shot wide of the net. A restart deep in the territory of the Gloom as they look to draw in. And an errant pass again gets intercepted, and the Flagship were unable to take advantage of it. A nice other deep ball counterattack. Flagship, unfortunate. Luis Laura buries it far post with his left foot, slips it past Daniel, our goalkeeper, and the score is now 2-2. A little over 7 minutes left in the first half. It'll be a restart by the Gloom. And we start off again. Nice movement, little flip chip shot, but the Gloom lose it mid-court to the Flagship. Luis Laura, possession of the ball. Plays it wide to Axel Esparza, who plays it at number 13, Jesus Gillian. The ball goes out of bounds for a Flagship restart. Shot on goal. Ball still in possession on the court. Pressure on the north side of the court. And there was a shot, but they're calling a foul back on the Gloom. Looks like it won't be a penalty, so it is a direct kick, but the Gloom could man up. They're going to put 2 guys in the wall. Daniel, the goalkeeper, is setting up right now. And he's actually only going to stagger the wall. So 1 man in front, another man about 3 feet behind over his right shoulder as the Flagship get ready. Whistle's blown. Shot blocked by the Gloom, and a rebound shot goes out of bounds for a Flagship corner. Ball goes out of bounds, ricochet off of a face, Gloom face. It's a Flagship restart. They play it south, deep. Nice central ball. Gloom have possession as the attack. Spread court, shot on goal right at the goalkeeper, who's easily able to save the ball. Plays it down to his player. Number 10 receives the ball on the south side of the court. And the Gloom are patient, looking to make him play an errant ball. Response to the pass to the north side of the court. Gloom are making the move the ball back and forth. Nice defense, counterattack. Gloom get possession of the ball. Slow it down, bring it back to their side of the court. Gloom now pressing, looking for an opportunity. A nice left-footed shot wide. Keeper was stretched out but didn't touch it with his hands, so it's a Flagship restart as they look to counterattack. And Gloom are able to defend and protect their half of the court. Flagship restart just in front of the Gloom bench. Shot on goal by Luis Laura goes wide, and it will be a Gloom restart. Daniel does an underhand deep throw, header ball. Flagship get the responding rebound and take possession, but midway through their half of the court. Oh, nice deep ball by the Flagship. Daniels plays big, blocks the shot, and the rebound goes out for a Flagship corner. Restart, a powerful shot blocked by Gloom defense, creating another restart for the Flagship. And it looks like Flagship thought it was a corner. Referees indicating it is a kick-in, traditionally a throw-in. Plays an errant ball deep. Gloom intercept as they counterattack 2v2 with the goalkeeper. Nice defense by their goalkeeper on that cross. Flagship counterattack. And they're forced to play the ball back. Number 10 for Flagship telling his team to slow down, be patient. And the Gloom put pressure and goes out of bounds for a Flagship restart. Gloom are putting pressure on, deep. Keeper plays a deep ball. And there's a foul on Gloom from behind as we restart about mid-court for the Flagship. Flagship take a shot, saved by the Gloom goalkeeper as he quickly restarts, trying to get the Flagship out of position. But the Flagship find themselves back in their diamond defense as the Gloom look to penetrate. Shot, and unfortunately get all the power on it and it goes a little wide for a Flagship restart by the keeper, who quickly plays it to number 10. And a miscommunication on the wall pass back. And we have a restart for the Gloom. About 8 yards out of the Flagship goal. Referee's indicating how far back they have to be for the restart. We have 2 Gloom players over the ball, 1 player about mid-court. We have all 5 players of the Flagship protecting their goal. Referee's about to indicate to restart. Looks like it's going to be a pass and a shot, and the keeper's right there to block it. He slows it down, drops it at one of his players' feet as the Flagship look to counterattack. Gloom intercept because of the speed of the court. The pass goes out of bounds for a Flagship keeper restart. Gloom intercept. Oh, and a nice little chip shot. Unfortunately goes wide above the keeper's head. It'll be a restart for Flagship. Rolls the ball out to his defender. Ball goes into Gloom territory as Flagship look to shoot. We have a nice pressure by the Gloom. Intercept. Can we take advantage? Yes, we can! In the net. Nice little counterattack. An unselfish play. Pass in the top of the box allows for a one-footed shot. I should say one-touch shot in the back of the net. It is your Gloom 3 and the Flagship 2 with about 3 minutes left in the first half. Looks like Cupid is definitely showing some Valentine's love for our Gloom today. Once again, you still have time to come down to the Chavez Center, where admission is free for all Gloom games. We still have a second half to be played here. Nice counterattack, and we got a foul. Trip from behind on Gloom. And we have a number of fouls, so it will change how the restart here is. It will be a PK shot because we hit a number of fouls of Gloom players. Number 13 for Flagship, Jesus Whelan is going to take the shot. The goalkeeper for Gloom is on his line, trying to look as big as possible. Looks like this is going to be a left-footed attempt as number 13 lines up to the right of the ball. Whistle blown, 13 comes up and misses wide of the goal. We're just waiting for the ball to get returned to the goalkeeper, as now he does a quick drop ball restart. Deep ball to the Gloom. It gets intercepted, unfortunately, from a flick pass. Nice shoulder. Oh, you hear it from me too, folks. I think that was a solid shoulder charge, but he got under center of the player, and it made him go flying, which means since we're over the penalty numbers, it is a PK shot. Number 10, Luis Laura of the Flagship is lining the ball up, and I think this is going to be a right-handed shot. Daniel's making himself look big, stretching up to top post. The whistle's blown. Number 10 takes several steps back, makes his run up, and tries to bury in the center, but Daniel flips it over with the save. So it'll be a Flagship corner kick. That is, ladies and gentlemen, that is New Mexico Flagship 0 on the PKs. And the Gloom, or in particular Daniel, the goalkeeper, doing a shutout on those. Quick counterattack by Gloom, and a shielded foul, which is an honest foul to protect the attack. Flagship now have 5 fouls. As a quick restart by the Gloom. Take a shot and he goes out of bounds. And there's a little questioning timeout called. As the Flagship captain has a conversation with the referees. Once again, come on down for your halftime show. We will have our second annual baby race. Come on down and see these little ones attempting to be the next Messi, the next Mbappe, the next Harry Kane. Referee blows the whistle to restart out of the timeout. And it's restart. Keeper for Flagship gets the ball, rolls it midcourt. Ball goes out of bounds for a restart for Flagship as the Gloom reset and get back defensively. Flagship look to penetrate. Shot goes wide. So it's a restart for the Gloom off the goalkeeper. He does a quick roll ball to his defender. Tries to do a chip shot, unfortunately gets deflected. But luckily the Gloom were able to get back defensively. Nice penetrating pass. Shot, rocket shot, goes out of bounds for a restart for the Flagship. We have less than 2 minutes left in this first half. Across box. Shot, tries to get cheeky, tries to nutmeg player, catches the leg. Gloom tries to restart counter, gets intercepted header. Flagship restart back to the goalkeeper, who plays it to the south part of the court as they start to penetrate into Gloom territory. Gloom double man allows the ball to roll out for a Gloom restart. Cross court restart, unfortunately gets intercepted. Flagship does a quick turnaround, no power on the shot. Daniel's able to easily save it, rolls it out for the restart. A deep shot to the open player. A nice little pass, and the post got the way. And a hack from behind. And a little consternation by the Gloom player, and our coach let the referee know a few words, and he just got a card, which then incurs, unfortunately, a PK. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to remember, you got to keep your calm for your players out here. Otherwise, something disastrous can happen. So number 15 for Luis Gonzalez for the Flagship. Looks like he's got a lefty setting up to the right of the ball. Whistly, Daniel's going to be big. And he's big, and he saves it, blocks it. Daniel's on fire. He has the force with him today. His shields are up, blocking all those PKs. Another quick shot, restart, blocked by a defender. We have less than a minute left for this half. Can the Gloom stay ahead 3-2? We'll see as the Flagship look to penetrate to try to create a shot. Misfire, Gloom recover the ball and look patient to try to restart. Nice attacking, but a little too fast as it goes out of bounds for a quick restart by the Flagship. Less than half a minute left. A deep penetrating attack by the Flagship. A shot by 27, and Daniel blocks it with his leg. And he goes deep, and we're going to call a foul on the Flagship. A little wrestling match midcourt, and it looks like we will have our first PK for the Gloom right before the end of the first half. 20 seconds left. We're going to have a left-footed shot by the Gloom as he walks all the way back to a little bit beyond midcourt so he can get that powerful run-up. Can he bury it in the back of the net? Referee's getting all the players set. The whistle is blown. The run to the ball. And it's a ripper! The keeper did get his hand on it, but the power on the shot went in. And it is your Gloom for your Flagship 2 with 18 seconds left in the first half. This is an exciting match, ladies and gentlemen. Exciting it like crazy. That was Chile putting the spice in your Valentine's Day today with a ripping PK shot. Chile has brought the passion today. That is why he is the co-captain of this Gloom team. Shot on goal, gets blocked, trying to call a hand, and that is your halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, New Mexico Flagship 2, but your Santa Fe Gloom 4. As we get ready, we're going to go radio silent here in a little bit. We're going to get ready for your halftime show. Once again, the second annual baby race. Many thanks to our sponsors, Santa Fe AM, Megan Montalbano, Gorman, Legion Post 12, All the Pretty Flowers, Holy Bananas Media, Santa Fe Children's Museum, and Gorditas Moreno. As we analyze that first half, the Gloom stayed patient. They got down pretty early on in that first half, 1-0, but the Gloom did not panic. They knew this was a high-scoring game. They looked for opportunities, and I would say every goal except for that last one, the first 3 goals, were teamwork. It took effort, passing, getting open, making the runs you're supposed to as you came down the court. And, of course, the last one was based off of multiple fouls by the Flagship that took him in the penalties, and Chile buried it in the net. Once again, I hope you follow us on YouTube. Follow the team on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. This is your 3rd season of your Santa Fe Gloom, your only hometown, oldest state capital, premier futsal soccer team. This is a beautiful precursor to get everyone ready for the World Cup, which will be starting in June in the U.S. Hope you follow your favorite teams. Of course, we give a little shout out to the U.S. men's national team, hoping that they're going to make a deep run, if not win the entire World Cup. You got to remember, Pulisic was a player who learned how to play not necessarily in your traditional sense on your 9v9 or 11v11. He played some indoor ball to work on his first touch and his quick touch. And you can see where that has gotten him playing professionally around the world and for your national team. So if you're looking to get to that next level soccer player, we encourage you to play multiple forms of soccer, or football as it's called around the world, and try futsal or sand soccer or indo soccer.
Peter, number 17?
Yeah, Peter.
That's what I
Pedro.
thought. Yeah, Pedro. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, wait, I don't have 17 on here. I'm like, okay. That's what I thought. And a couple that are like that, I'm looking like, wait, that guy's not even on my roster.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for the second half here of this epic rivalry game between your Santa Fe Gloom and the visiting team, the New Mexico Flagship Futsal Academy. The score is 2 for the Flagship and 4 for the home team of the Gloom. Chile getting that PK in right before the stop of the clock in the first half. One thing that is different also in futsal is when the teams switch courts or halves in the second half, the benches also switch sides. So the bench is always on the same side as the defending part of the team or their goalkeeper. It's a little bit different. You don't see that in any other leagues, really. They get on their bench, and unlike American football, which you'll have a team on one side and a team on the other side, almost always in soccer and every variation, most of the time the players, the coaches are always on the same side of the field. In this case, we're on the southern side of the court here at the Genoveva Chavez Center. Once again, you still have time to come down here. We have 20 minutes of exciting futsal premier action ready to go kickoff here in Santa Fe. I am David Sidebottom, announcing this game. An honor to do so. My 3rd season with the Gloom. And happy Valentine's Day to all those out there who have a loved one or not. Because I know we all have a love for the beautiful game and it's all its variations. And we're about to kick off with the Gloom kicking off today. We have Pedro, the captain, on the court with Brian Rivas. Danielle is in the goal. And we're excited. Whistle trying to get the kids from behind the Flagship goal backed up a little bit. We have Andreas out here as well. And I apologize, folks. My roster and jersey number is a little off for today's game. I know Chile and Pedro both got 2 of the goals in the first half. And we'll get you some highlights later for this as the Gloom get ready for kickoff. And Pedro goes deep, looking for a long ball for Rivas. Tries to go corner. The keeper for Chile, for the Flagship, go deep to a player who tries to rip it, but defense shuts them down and forces them back to the top. And the Flagship reset at mid-court. As Gloom defense puts pressure on, looking to deny love for the Flagship. Oh, a little heel pass for the Flagship, but defended well by Rivas, who kicks it out for a Flagship restart deep now in the western part of the court, which is the Gloom territory. Ball gets played back, and this is the first time we've actually seen the keeper for the Flagship come out and take a shot. It ricocheted off the top post, and due to the force, the ball went up and hit some equipment in the ceiling, which creates an automatic restart for the Gloom. Chip shot up. Gloom has the ball on our north part of the court, bringing it back to reset. Pedro, nice little footwork, rips a shot just to the side of the net. Quick restart by Flagship as they try to do a 2v1, and a quick shot, bouncing shot. Flagship luckily goes past and out of bounds for a Gloom restart. Keeper rolls the ball out, almost mid-court. Ball goes out of bounds, and looks like it's last touched by Gloom. So it'll be a Flagship restart. 27 gets the ball to restart. Plays in, tries to get chippy. Daniel, the defender, comes out. Shields the ball, so it goes out of bounds for a Gloom restart. Overhand throw deep. Looks like we have a left-footed shot. Oh, a nice defensive slide by Axel Esparza of the Flagship to give up a corner kick for the Gloom. Gloom do a quick restart. Shot out of bounds. Kick in restart by the Gloom. Brian goes a little bit deeper mid-court as the Gloom look to bring back. And we have a whack in the head by Andreas. Smacks him inadvertently. Wasn't any malice behind it. There's never any malice really on Valentine's Day. So it'll be a restart for the Flagship. Just about a quarter of the way across mid-court. We're looking for some medical attention on the player who is down. Pablo Salto, the captain for the Flagship, comes out. Bottle of water, see if his player is okay. He's now up on his feet. And that was Christopher Santos. Took a little whack to the face. Game is so fast. Limbs are flying all over the place. Luckily, he didn't get shot in the eye by the Cupid. It is a restart by Flagship. Number 13 is setting up for a left-footed shot. A one-man wall by the Gloom at the top of the box. Whistle's blown. He rips a shot, and it goes out of bounds. Sometimes when you put all your power behind a shot, accuracy is lost. Gloom does a restart deep. Header And, ooh, some little action on the keeper. Calling the ball again. Sometimes we're that tight in the box. Feet all over the place. Keeper comes out low. Looks like he took a foot in the face. Gives time for Gloom to kind of reset in their diamond shape. Just a little over 18 minutes left in the second half. Once again, Pablo for the Flagship comes out to see how his starting goalkeeper is. Make sure that everything's okay. He's back up on his feet. Always, we never want to see players for either side to get hurt, permanently injured. Nice little handshake from Gloom to Flagship. And we have restarted. Flagship does a quick restart down, but they're pressured back into their part of the court. You'll notice that there's a lot of quick footwork that goes on in these courts. And a nice little heel pass as they look, and a beautiful goalkeeping patience by Daniel. There's a one-on-one, and he comes out as the Flagship player tried to play around him. Daniel was there with his hands low and grabbed the ball. Gloom have a restart deep into the Flagship. As they restart, ball goes out of bounds on the north side of the court for a Gloom restart. Deep shot header, and what should have been a one-touch shot was allowed the ball to go to the keeper, who's been pulled out. Can take a shot. Gloom rips it, is blocked by a Flagship defender. Ricochets to the north side of the court for a quick Gloom restart. A 1v1 action, gets knocked by a Flagship player, Gloom restart. Plays it back. Daniel, the goalkeeper, has at his feet. Looks for a chip shot. Down, and Chile trying to get cheeky with a beautiful header. Not a lot of power on it. Keeper was able to get it. Quick restart while the Flagship tried to take advantage of a 4v3, but Chile gets back. And a nice. Chile almost intercepted the ball, forcing the Flagship back. They're countering. Shot, no power behind it. Defensively, the Gloom are putting up their wall, forcing the Flagship back. Nice physical. We got a yellow on number 27, Christopher Santos. And unfortunately, Gloom player Brian gets a yellow as well. Once again, gonna let the referees call stuff. It is a Flagship ball. Referees are conferring what should be happening, what the call is. Chile's coming over, trying to use his captain rights to talk. The referees are asking him away. All three referees are now conferring. It's getting a little heated out here. We know that love kind of does hurt. And sometimes it gets our heated temperatures up as we're looking to see what's going on. Gloom bench is calling for a red card. And the three referees are conferring. We'll see what the call is. They come over to the scorer's bench, give the official. And from the reaction, looks like it is a call against the Gloom. And looks like we have it all sorted out, what numbers were called, and it is a Flagship restart. A big, deep kick, almost takes out a fan behind the bench of the Gloom, so it's a keeper restart for the Gloom. Deep ball, header. Chile expertly receives it on his chest. Gloom has possessions to go north-south. Brian with the ball. looking to restart. Oh, and unfortunately tried a nutmeg, didn't work. Flagship are countering 3v2, and luckily number 15 for Flagship does not have a left foot. Ball goes out of bounds over the goal, and it's a restart for Daniel with the Gloom, who rolls it out to Brian, who receives it on the north side of the court. Nice little two-touch counter pass. Ball goes out of bounds. It's a Gloom restart at about midcourt. Oh, actually, we're going to call it looks like a foul against Flagship at about midcourt. Chili's taking his time to get the ball. We should put a survey out there, find out what the Scorvia score where how hot Chili is. He gets pretty heated during the game, but that's because of his passion that he has when he plays out here this beautiful game. Restart by the Gloom. Brian gets hacked at the top of his box. Little handshake. It happens. It's part of the game. Got to know there's some physicality here. Interception by the Flagship. It's a quick turnover again by Gloom. Chili has it. Looks like he's going to try to get his foot, but gets pulled behind, but no call. A sliding shot. And do we have, oh, there's a lot of activity going on here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a crazy game, physical game now. And once again, if you're not here, you are missing it. Looks like a restart. No calls here. They're letting the game play. It's getting really physical. Restart by the Gloom. Plays it back to the keeper, Daniel, who does a chip shot deep, but it gets intercepted. A shot wide. Daniel did the splits to try to block it with his foot, and luckily it went wide, and it will be a restart by the Gloom. Quick restart. Daniel to Brian, who plays it south to Javier. He takes a shot, gets blocked. Ball comes back midcourt for Brian. Takes a shot, tries to intercept it for Chili. Keeper there. Patiently picks up with his hand. Flagship now attacking. Miscommunication by the Flagship players as the Gloom get the ball back. And a little chip shot by Pedro. Unfortunately, goes out of bounds for a Flagship restart. Jose Gonzalez is now on the court for our Gloom. Pedro, Jose, Chile. And apparently Javier. Quick restart by Daniel, patient to Chile. Chile's asking for player movement. Pedro, nice little chip. Oh, unfortunately, a weak pass is intercepted by the Flagship. Once again, some of the passes aren't crisp. You can tell the players are getting a little tired. This is a quick restart by the Flagship. Gloom get behind the ball. Ball gets played to the south side of the court. Flagship looking to penetrate the tough defenses, and Pedro intercepts. Pops it out of bounds for a Flagship restart. Little chip in movement. And luckily, once again, it does not look like the Flagship have a left-footed shot, except on PKs. This ball went across. Brian comes back in. We have some subs. And Chile tries to do a flick-on header deep in the box. Right at the goalkeeper, though. And the Flagship restart. Oh, it looks like there possibly could have been a handball, but the refs let it play as the Flagship looked to counter. 3v2, but defense by the Gloom. Counters. Oh, that was all ball, ladies and gentlemen. Nice tackle by Pedro as we counter. Oh, unfortunately played the ball behind Pedro, who could not get the ball underneath his feet. Chile causing a foul as he comes to subs out. 2 players on, 2 players off as the Flagship looked to attack. And the Gloom defensively reset and forced the Flagship play backwards. And a little possible push in the back makes the Flagship player fall over. A foul is called. Restart by Flagship. Flagship looking to counter. Nice little touch. Oh, another handout. Like I said, we have the hands flying. Faces are intercepting them. These aren't love kisses, ladies and gentlemen, but they are not intentional. It's part of the game. As people use their hands for balance, you got taller players, shorter players. Sometimes that happens. It will be a restart by Flagship out of bounds because a foul was not called on that play. Oh, that was a little chip shot. Brian got away with possible handball with using his arm, but the refs didn't see it. And a clearance by Rivas got caught by Flagship, and a shot goes above and out of bounds. So it'll be a restart for the Gloom. Daniel gets the ball as he contemplates where he's going to go with the ball. He goes deep, overhand ball. And he could not get his ball underneath his feet as we look to restart again. Quick corner restart, intercepted by some cheeky little back heel ball play. And unfortunately, the ball goes out of bounds for a Flagship restart. Waiting for the ball. It's going to be a kick in, not a keeper restart. As the ball comes back on. Goes to midcourt. Double team defense. Unfortunately, Rivas back heeled out of bounds as he was putting the pressure on. So it's a Flagship restart. Little chip shot pass deep, and Rivas shows why the Rivas family are the kings of playing soccer in New Mexico as he expertly defends that ball. Flagship restart. Double team as they force the ball back. Tries to put the ball inside. Ball gets stuck to the bottom of the Flagship player. Goes out of bounds for a Gloom kick in. Rivas the ball back to Daniel, the goalkeeper, who looks deep for cheap. Oh, nice. Ball on his. Yes! Yes! What a beautiful trap on his shoulder. As he pulls it down, plays it around the goalkeeper, and just touches it into the goal. And I'm sorry, that was number 5 of the Gloom. And unfortunately, I don't have him listed on my roster. A shot by some nice counterattack by the Flagship as they're trying to get back from a deficit. They're behind 3 goals now, since it is your New Mexico Santa Fe Gloom 5 and New Mexico Flagship 2. Oh, some nice defensive play. There was a nice chip shot by number 13 to his player who was far post. Couldn't get it under control, and the Gloom defend expertly for a restart for Daniel out of goal. Brian goes a little bit long, deep into the box. And the Gloom, Andreas was unable to finish because his foot got caught underneath the ball as the Gloom looked to reset, putting a high, what we call high block, high press on the Flagship, putting him under pressure in their defending half. Nice tackle by the Gloom. Shot, keeper has it. He's a big guy. It's going to take a lot to get past that number 1 in the goal. And that was, Andreas did a tackle from behind, shoulder tackle from behind. Resets for a Flagship kick just over mid-court as the Gloom do a substitution. All 5 of the Gloom players behind the ball. And Chile goes for the fireworks and just rips the ball way into the atmosphere. And he's passionate. He is out there playing with fire, his passion for the game as he comes back and plays defensively. Oh, and he goes down, gets whacked in the face. Referees call a timeout while we see what happened to Chile. It is definitely getting heated out there on the court. Chili's back on his feet. Looking to draw a foul and didn't get it. We have a little over 11 minutes in the second half. New Mexico Santa Fe Gloom 5, New Mexico Futsal Academy 2. You're all out there showing the love on this Valentine's Day for your Santa Fe Gloom. It is an exciting match. Hope you guys come to the next game and the rest of the season. Show your support and your love, not just on Valentine's Day, but every day of the season. You have great merchandise you can pick up: t-shirts, scarves, wristbands, baseball caps. Show your love. Spread the love. Referees conferring with a couple of Gloom players. Looking to restart. The goalkeeper for Flagship is out of his net, putting pressure, creating attacking numbers for this kick. Looks like we're trying to mop up some sweat off the court. Unfortunately, we don't have the little mops that they do in the NBA. So our DJ's coming out with some paper towels and get some sweat off the court, because we don't want any of the players or even the officials sliding and falling out there. So it's important to get that sweat off the parquet. So safety first, right? And there's the owner, David Huesquez, coming out with a handful of paper towels as well. As an owner, you got to do everything possible, and miracles do happen. You got to come out and do whatever it takes to get the game going. And looks like the referee's just making sure it's good. And we're about to restart. It's 5 for the Gloom, 2 for the, and he tried to get cheeky with that shot. And some balls going all over the place. It is out of bounds for a Flagship restart in the Gloom defending half. Ball gets played back to midcourt. Little chip up. Let's see if he can do a continue run. He's going to try to get around the defender. Feet are all over the place. Beautiful save by Daniel. Sliding down, reacting quickly as the ball came through. He must not have seen that ball coming. He just reacted perfectly. That's what a professional does. Restart by the Flagship. We have all 4 Gloom players back. A shot. Ricochets off of Chile. Oh! And number 13, Jesus Gillian, rips a left-footed shot. Daniel didn't get a chance to see that. So it is now. Oh, we got some passion here. We got some passion. Looks like Chile's calling out number 13. They got some words going. And we have a timeout called. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be coming out of this timeout. Once again, the score in the second half here, with a little over 11 minutes left in the second half. It is your Santa Fe Gloom 5 and the Flagship 3. Once again, we need your love. Send your love out. If you don't have a hot date tonight, your date should have been with the Gloom. This is an exciting game. Every game is passionate. Restart by the Gloom. Chip shot gets intercepted. Pedro's putting pressure on number 13. A nice little ball. Oh, can Chile respond? Unfortunately, keeper's in the way. Comes out of his net line to block it. Flagship looked at the counter, but all four of the Gloom get behind the ball. Flagship plays a deep ball into the box, intercepted defensively by Brian, and the ball goes out of bounds for a restart. Just confirming with the owner, David Vasquez, he's really excited to see this game, the passion that his players are showing for their hometown. Once again, the oldest capital in the country. Pedro plays the ball. Oh, and it almost went in. A quick little shot to his feet to Presley Ruiz, who tried to put it into the back of the net. Flagship looked at counter. That ball gets stuck. It's almost a 2v2. The keeper Daniel comes out, puts pressure. Nice defensive work by the Gloom. Quick restart for the Flagship as the Gloom reset their defense and put some patience behind the ball. Trying to make the Flagship play backwards, not toward the Gloom net. Flagship are now penetrating the box, trying to come in. Oh, they're calling a foul on that. I know, ladies and gentlemen. From my vantage point up here, I didn't see that. But some of your best attacking players know how to flop or fall down. It unfortunately looks like it will be a PK for the Flagship. Let's hope that Daniel continues his streak, puts the wall up, and defends this goal. He does his stretch to make himself look really big as the players get lined up behind the ball. Whistle here. Daniel does it, looks like getting ready to run as the player comes up. He comes off his line and blocks it. Daniel is on fire today, ladies and gentlemen. He's got hands of steel out there. Daniel he's got his passion going. Cupid must have shot him a billion times today because he is showing white hot fire, soccer playing, keeper playing goal skills as he goes deep for Pedro, who gets it intercepted. Flagship looks to counter. We got a full court press by the Gloom as they defend, and they can restart as the ball goes out of bounds for the Flagship. Referees just having them reset, have to be a certain distance back defensively from the restart. Reset, and Daniel again is on fire. Referees bring the ball a little bit deeper south for the restart for Flagship, deep in Gloom territory on the north side of the court. Quick, short restart, and the Gloom forces it all the way back to the keeper of the Flagship, number 1, who is now bringing up the center and tries a toe punch. And now we know why he plays keeper and not on the field. That ball went nowhere near the goal, and it will be a restart for the Gloom as Daniel gets the ball, looking to go deep into the box, miscommunicates with his player, Jaime, who's looking to put pressure on the ball. Gloom, oh, that was a very close slide. Shots luckily goes wide because Daniel didn't see that player coming in. It's going to be a quick restart, keeper restart by Daniel after they get the weights on the goal to make sure the goal doesn't move again. We got Pedro. We've got Jaime. We got Andreas. Creating an attacking force. Pedro gets the ball back, chips it up, gets intercepted, header, as Flagship look to counterattack. All 4 players. And a little shot, left-footed shot, goes errant, above and wide. Great defense by Andreas, putting pressure on it. As Maximo comes onto the court. Daniel has the ball, resetting the goal. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We had several players changing jerseys today, and getting to know some of the new players took me a moment or so. So thank you for your patience. We have Brian, Maximo, Jaime, and Andreas on the court, putting a high press by Jaime and Andreas, trying to force the Flagship to play backwards. They play it south. Andreas puts pressure. Flagship tries to play the ball through. We can see players getting tired. Didn't get his foot on the ball, goes out of bounds for a Gloom restart. Ball gets played from Daniel to Brian, who's in his box, tries to get by. And we have some physicality going out there. We got some passion. These are some players that definitely Cupid or Aphrodite gave those potions to today, because we have some passion on the court. Quick restart by the Gloom. Brian's got the ball, a little chip forward, gets intercepted. Nice interception by Jaime. So miscommunication, he's supposed to be on the court as Brian comes off. Ball gets played back. Do we have a 3-3-1 shot? Oh, just missed. Now the Flagship off the rebounder, trying to do a 3v2 as a, unfortunate counter goal by 27, Christopher Santos of the Flagship, making it Flagship 4, Santa Fe Gloom 5. As Chile comes back on the court, bringing his maturity onto the field. As the Gloom go the restart. Ball goes out of bounds for a Gloom restart. We have ankles going all over the place here today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, unfortunate bad pass. Gets intercepted by the Flagship as they're looking to use his physicality and his size. And unfortunately doesn't keep it in, which is fortunate for your Gloom. As Chile presses up. Quick restart by the Gloom. Daniel gets the reception of the ball. Goes to chip it forward. Gets a little backspin. Gets intercepted. Header. Gloom recover. They look to attack. All 4 players are up. Played to Daniel as he creates extra numbers. Unfortunately, he does not keep his eye on the ball as the Flagship will try to take advantage of him being out of the net, but he gets back really quickly. Ball goes out of bounds for a Gloom restart. We have a little bit over 7 minutes left. Scores 5 for your Gloom, 4 for the Flagship. Daniel goes deep to Chile, who tries to almost does a side bicycle kick. Unfortunately, goes to the side netting. As Chile now gets to recover, come back. Some physical defense. And looks like it's a Gloom restart. Little illegal shielding going on. Quick substitution by the Gloom. As Jaden comes on the board. Maximo to Jose. To Jaden. Deep ball to an open Chile, who could not get it under control in time, but does earn the corner kick. And Jose goes back to do the corner kick. Peter tries to come on and use his physicality to win the ball. As Jaden comes back, and he earns a foul. Short tug from behind. Restart by the Gloom. A little under 7 minutes left in the second half in the game. Restart, plays the ball wide to Daniel, the keeper who's out. Goes deep, trying to create numbers. As Maximo has the ball. Loses the, and Chile tries to get cheeky, tries to do a heel pass, a shot, and the keeper was there again. Chile using his physicality to win that ball back for the Gloom. And unfortunately, as he picked up his head to look, the ball goes out of bounds for a Flagship restart. But there he was, Peter. Nice rip by Chile from over half court, but the keeper's there. He's a big guy, so those shots are going to have to be on fire. Ooh, a nice forward tackle by Chile. Maximo takes it, drives it into the corner of the court, loses it. Flagship get the ball. The ball gets played all the way back to Daniel, the keeper for the Gloom, who looks to restart and sending the ball deep, high ball, and it hits the court separation from the ceiling as the Flagship get the restart. And luckily the pressure, high press from the Gloom forces an error, a quick restart by the Gloom. Out of bounds. Oh, nice little work by Maximo as you play. Unfortunately, Paul gets played behind as the Flagship get the ball back and try to counter down. Daniel's now one-on-one. 27 try to get a little tricky with the ball, and he does not earn his goal. This game is physical. Pressey gets the ball, and he was going to take a shot. And we got a goal by Jose. A nice, unselfish pass by Pressey, number 12, to Jose, number 14. And you can tell by the crowd, this is a fan favorite, Jose, out there on the court. And that was in the back of the net, ladies and gentlemen. Some great work going on out there. As a restart by the Flagship, as they're trying to go get back. And nice defense by the Gloom where the goal was open. A slide prevented a goal. It is 6 for your Santa Fe Gloom, 4 for your Flagship. A little over 5 minutes left in the game. As the Flagship look to reset, Gloom are putting pressure. And number 27 trying to show off his footwork, but Daniel was there. Ball goes out of bounds for a Flagship corner kick. Quick reset short. Looks like the chip it, and a nice header protects it out of bounds for the Flagship to do a quick restart as he penetrates the box. But defense for the Gloomer there. Ball off the referee. It's going to be out of bounds for the Flagship as he goes across court to his keeper who's pressing. Flagship has the ball. Defensively, ball gets knocked out of bounds for a Flagship restart. Number 1 for Flagship, the goalkeeper is trying to come out to create numbers. And a shot, Eric couldn't pull his foot around the ball. It's a restart for the Gloom. 22 Daniel has the ball as he goes deep, deep. Do we have another? Oh! The post got in the way of that shot. A beautiful shot by Jaden, trying to bury it in the far post. Unfortunately, that post, as we call the woodwork, got in the way. Flagship try to counterattack. It's currently a 2v3. Now another player from Flagship comes up. It's a 3v3. And under the post. There is that post again. Number 11 Flagship had an open goal, but the post saved Daniel as the Flagship go to restart again. Pressing defensively. Gloom get the ball. Chile's got the ball. Oh, unfortunately a bad first touch. Takes a little too long. He's got to recover as the Flagship look to counter. And a miscommunication there. Trying to put the ball on his back foot. Number 27 won it on his front foot. Restart by Danny. Goes deep again. Looking at Chile as he pulls 2 defenders in. Tries to come across. And Chile defensively comes back. He's got a smile on his face. You can tell he loves this game. Playing with passion. As the Flagship go to counter restart. Keeper number 1 is playing numbers up. He's well out of his box, ladies and gentlemen. He is in the Gloom attack half. If the Gloom get the ball, they have an open goal. They just have to bury it if they intercept. Shot, nice save by Daniel. Ricochets goes out of bounds for a Flagship restart. A little over 3 minutes left. Quick restart. Ball goes out of bounds, and it is a Gloom ball. Chile comes out. Good. Nice little touch. Quick shot, off the woodwork. Jaden trying to get it up there, but the top post protected the Flagship goal. Flagship keeper number 1 plays the ball short. Number 11, as they count out the back, tries to chip it to number 10 of the Flagship, who controls it, goes wide of the box. 2 defenders on him right now, trying to get him to force the ball. Game is physical. It looks like the ball went out of bounds. That is what we call playing physical, boys and girls. You have to be willing to get in there and put your shoulder on. Dan tries to go long. The keeper for number 1 comes out, plays it, goes open. As Andreas has the ball, he's being 2v1. And he fouls defensively for a restart by Flagship. Pedro setting his team back, playing behind the ball. 2:52 left in this game. Santa Fe Gloom 6, Flagship 4. Got some more sweat on the court. DJ coming out, drying that sweat moisture mark. Don't want anyone slipping or falling out there. Referees communicating a little bit. 2:52 left still, waiting for the restart. Chile comes back on the court. Brian, Jaden, and Pedro on the court. Nice defense. Pedro's got the ball. Tries to take a shot with the keeper out. Defense. Oh, and Chile takes a long shot. Tried to take advantage of the keeper being out, and it goes wide. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen a player play with passion, you got to come out here and see Chile Bustamante out here. He leaves his heart on the court. Ball gets restarted. Flagship tries to take a shot, and it goes wide for a ball for the Gloom. Daniel's got the ball, has it in his hand, goes deep again, trying to get Chile out there. 3v2, now it's 3v3. As the Gloom look to penetrate. Can he take a shot? Oh, it gets underneath the ball and it goes over. And it looks like we have a deflection, so it's going to be a Gloom ball. Looks like a Gloom corner kick here. Pedro goes back into the corner. Once again, we have Chile, Jaden, and Brian on the pitch. Quick chip up. Chile's got it, and he's going to rip it. Oh, unfortunate. He had the opening. The keeper played big and stopped it. Oh, and Chile goes down. Looks like he might have been clipped defensively. Ball goes out wide. Chile, he's back on his feet. He's limping. He has to get behind the ball. Can we get behind the ball and create defense? Nice defensive play by Brian. Blocking the shot, creating a corner kick, but that's okay. We have exactly 2 minutes left in this game. Brian comes out. Presley comes on. Looks like we had a keeper change for the Flagship, getting a field player out there in the white 1063 number. the 106.3 radio station. As Brian looks, Daniel tries to go long. He gets intercepted by a player on his kick. Technically, it's considered a punt, and it's going to be a foul. And it looks like they switched goalkeepers again, putting number 1 back in. So their field player they switched is off. And it looks like Chile's taking advantage of the shot. Can you bury it with those lavender shoes that have shown him magic today? Magic over his career. Referees are conferring to see if they can do that sub of the goalkeeper that quickly. Resetting. Chile's putting the ball down for his sweet spot for his left foot. Send out all the love, ladies and gentlemen. We want Chile to bury this. Oh, unfortunately goes wide high. Hits the post for a restart for the Flagship. They do a quick substitution of the keeper again, putting a field player on. Technically it's the goalkeeper wearing the white, but trying to create numbers that have technical skill, field skills. But the Gloom batten down. Nice defense by Brian. He does concede a corner kick, but he prevents a goal. 1:18 left. Quick restart by Flagship. Number 11 is playing goalkeeper technically. Ooh, a nice cross ball. Number 10 is, his technical skills have been a little weak tonight. He's usually really good with his feet. That's another errant reception as Pressy goes for a long. Can he get the ball over the keeper? Oh, and he buries it. Actually goes wide. Sorry, going through a hole in the net. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the Flagship are doing like flying switches with their goalkeepers. If they get attacked, the keepers come out and switch. Shot goes out of bounds. 52 seconds left. A corner kick for the Flagship. The whole bench for the Gloom are up, standing up, showing their passion, showing their support for their team. As the Flagship try to counter and get the ball around, try to get an open shot. And a nice defensive play, restart for Flagship. As the Flagship look to score, they got to score 2 in a very quick amount of time. And the way the Gloom are playing defense, I don't think that's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Nice defensive play again, gets out of bounds. Forced them to play back. A foul is called. 25 seconds left. Flagship ball. And it will be a PK. Does Daniel have it within him to protect it again? Send him his love, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Send Daniel, the keeper, number 33, all the love you can to prevent another PK. It's number 13 lines up, comes in with his left foot, and he goes wide. Daniel is on fire. He gets my vote for the MVP of this game. Ball goes long. Pedro gets the ball deep. Looks across. Doesn't get it there. Presley looks to slide but pulls his feet up. As defense is there. Daniel gets the ball, saves it. 10 seconds left. Ball goes deep. Keeper, they were able to switch it. He had to use his shoulders. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The end of your Valentine's Day game. Bloody Valentine's Day here. It is the rivalry. Your New Mexico Flagship 4 and the Santa Fe Gloom 6. An epic win. That's 2 wins in a row for the Gloom. They still are play 1 game behind the Flagship, but that puts them even on points at 6 points each as we look to the next game. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you or hear you at the next game. Del Norte Credit Union was the official match sponsor for today. We had the American Legion Post 12, the City of Santa Fe Economic Development, Capital Ford of Santa Fe, Pantry Dose, Professional Therapy Partners, Pit Press Podcast, St. Vincent Hospital Foundation, Mercedes-Benz of Santa Fe for all your games and your Santa Fe Gloom sponsors this season. Thank you so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And I hope to see you out on the court in the near future. This is David Sidebottom saying it's in the net.